Support for Swan Song is brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you. The WonderSwan and Game Boy have a surprising amount in common. Both share the same designer, Yokoi Gunpei, and share a design philosophy around the repurposing of older technology to provide novel entertainment at an affordable price point. Both shipped a monochrome model with a first-party puzzle game and later shipped a color model with a colorized version of that puzzle game. While the Game Boy Color won the lottery and launched with Tetris EX, the WonderSwan Color would instead launch with Gunpey EX, its colorized port of the WonderSwan launch title, and homage to its hardware designer, Gunpei. It was developed by Koto Laboratory, published by Bandai, and released alongside the WonderSwan Color on December 9, 2000. At its core, Gunpei is a puzzle game which involves shuffling line segments up and down on a 5x10 grid to form a complete line connecting the left and right sides of the screen. Successfully doing so will give you some points and clear the line from your grid with an animation. Since that would be pretty simple, the game rewarded bonus points for more complex lines with lots of zigzagging and branching paths, clearing lines simultaneously, or connecting branches to a line while it's in its clear animation. Gunpei EX adds a new type of bonus, same colored clears. Line segments in Gunpei EX appear in your grid as one of three colors, red, green, or blue. If your entire line is built of segments of a single color, the game awards you 3,000 bonus points. Gunpei EX completely eschews the Western-themed aesthetic that the original used, as well as its cast of original characters which made up the opponents in the game's story mode, which is unfortunately missing in this version. Instead, it goes for a more Tetris-like approach of filling backgrounds with shots of the Earth from outer space, scenery from around the world and nature, and just abstract shapes that convey the whole puzzle game vibe. Both the original Gunpei and the licensed reskin Tarepanda no Gunpei featured some questionable caricatures of different ethnicities amongst its characters, so it's not out of the question that Gunpei EX's complete lack of characters is an attempt to correct that faux pas. This does make the two-player mode feel far more impersonal, as players no longer choose a character with a specific attack type as their avatar in-game, but now have to choose the attack type from a menu before a duel. Notably, both other Gunpei games on the WonderSwan had really long intros, and as you've seen, Gunpei EX does away with having an intro altogether. Gunpei EX supported uploading your high scores to a global leaderboard via the mobile WonderGate accessory, which allowed WonderSwan consoles to connect to the internet through a Docomo Mapra-enabled cell phone. I assumed Gunpei EX would be some sort of definitive release for Gunpei on the WonderSwan when I booted into it for the first time, but really it's more of a side grade than anything else. The color matching gimmick does add some potential for chasing higher scores, but ultimately it's just adding a second layer of RNG to a game that is already pretty RNG heavy. People who found the character-focused presentation of the other two games in the series grating may wish to play this one instead. But if you're planning on picking up a cartridge, that's where things get dicey. Gunpei unit sales ended up around 145,000 copies, making it the 6th best-selling WonderSwan game of all time. Gunpei EX sold so poorly that we don't have any unit sales data, but that also means it likely sold less than 9,000 copies total, leading to exorbitant prices on the secondary market. When Gunpei itself is so plentiful, and Gunpei EX has little unique value to offer, it's hard to make the case that you should drop $100 to $200 on it.